Welcome to the Valve Studio. Hey, I'm out here in the shop and I got my Hyatt machine actually cutting something. I want to show you that. I drew up a little test piece, a little test plate in Fusion 360, and I'll go ahead and give you a summary here, and then we'll go ahead and cut another one. All right, here we go. So I have got some camera problems here, so I'm going to have to go handheld. Sorry about that. I'll tell you what I ended up doing in the last few days. So here's my power supply panel, and eventually this will be mounted under the table. So I'm running at 36 volts here. This is a 9 amp power supply, and I have a DIN block here, and these ones over here are running DC, and then these ones over here do all the AC. I have a 4 relay expansion board here, and so this relay up here, the end one is doing my spindle control, and this one's going to do my mist, and mist will basically open up an air valve for a compressor to blow chips out. And then I have this running over to my Hyatt machine. I got my remote control here, and here it is. This is the first piece I made. This is the little plate I made in Fusion 360. It's a 100 by 100, and I have a 50 millimeter hole in the center, and then I have a 4 probably about 20 millimeter holes on the outside, and I did a pocket operation here using their adaptive machining, and then I did a 2D contour around here and left 4 tabs in. And over here on my Makita, I'm running up here about 6. I don't have a reading. I don't know what 6 actually equates to, but we'll figure that out in the future videos. And I have a 1/4 inch 2 flute up end mill here. And what did I end up doing? So in addition, down here, my bench is wired up. I have a strip of conduit back here and a bunch of outlets. So the outlets on the bench doing the same kind of thing that they did on the wall. So this one here is just a straight power outlet. If you plug something in here, it's going to turn the vac system on. And then I had 2 switches here. This one's for the main power for the machine. This one actually powers enables the power going to the spindle itself. I'm running everything at 120 volts here in the US. And so what we're going to do is to see if I can do this. But we need to go zero our machine out. And I apologize for this. I may have to go mount this back on a... let me just put this on tripod for now, so I'll be right back. So what I have down here on my spoiler board is my piece of stock, and it's a piece of, I think this is like a Luan or something like that. This is 5 millimeter depth, and so I've just got it mounted down. So what I'm going to do is move my spindle over here and say that this is my new 0, and then this is where my part's going to get cut out here. And so let's go ahead and move over there. So I'm going to move over in X. And then I'm going to come forward a little bit. And so we'll move over here a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is move down in Z. And I just established a Z point with a piece of paper. Piece of paper is about half a thou, or some kind of unit in metric here, but what we're doing is moving down. And we should hit right about there. Okay, so that's pretty good right there for a Z axis. So I'm going to make this my 0 point. So I'm going to Z0, Y0, and let me see here. Let me adjust my camera up so you can see the coordinates on the Z-mounted display there, coordinate system. And this guy, like I said, was routed in through the sensor for the shop vac. So if I turn the spindle on, So there's my shop vac. I'm going to put on my hearing protection. We're going to cut one. Here we go. So I go over here. I'm going to load up my test code. And I have the G code set up for 500 millimeters per minute. And we'll go ahead and show you that. So it's doing a spiral down cut. So I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm going to turn up the feed rate. So now it's 200%. Well, there you have it. Cut 2 plates out. You saw the speed of this thing. I ended up running, I don't know if you heard me in the middle of this, but I did change the feed override up 200%. So we were doing 1,000 millimeters per minute, which is great. There's a few artifacts left from the material, but other than that, it looks like it's working great. Well, anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. This is the Valve Studio.